recommendation, Senator, is that the United States develop a on-orbit logistics and servicing capability that would allow us to bring maneuver warfare to space the same way that the U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Army, U.S. Marine Corps execute maneuver warfare in their respective domains.
Thank you. Admiral, submarines are the tip of the spear for our nuclear capabilities. The problem is we just can't seem to build them fast enough. So what flexibility and capability does STRATCOM gain if we were able to field 16 Columbia-class submarines versus 12?
Senator, the existing capability we have includes 14 Ohio-class boats with 20 tubes. So that's 280 launch tubes. The program of record is a minimum of 12 Columbia with 16 tubes each, and that's 192. So that's 280 versus 192. Chairman Wicker, in his opening remarks, talked about the challenges and the complexities in the strategic environment. So additional capacity and capability at sea in terms of launchers is very beneficial from my perspective. There's ongoing work within the department in terms of force sufficiency, and that work will inform any future budget decisions associated with Columbia. But if you just do the math for what we have and the program of record, I will continue to advocate for additional capability at sea in terms of the Columbia class.
I think Chairman Wicker is listening to that.
Yes, absolutely. But you're not suggesting that there are some questions I listen to more carefully than others, are you?
Maybe a little.
Admiral, the first part of your answer was about our capacity right now to build, and really the thrust of Senator Tuberville's question is how much better defended we would be if we were able to reach the goal that he mentioned, and the answer is that we very much need to do that. Is that correct?
That's correct, Senator, and that maximizes flexibility and options to present to the president should the need arise.
Right, and there's I would just observe there's still time before Governor Tuberville moves off the dais for us to make more progress on that, and he and I are teammates. Senator Banks, let's see, Senator Blumenthal, you are next.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you both for your service. Both of you are in charge of some of the most advanced technology and scientific breakthroughs available to our military. Admiral Corral, you are a graduate of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, and both of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the importance of alliances. How would you explain to the American people the importance of our alliances in the fields where you have authority?
Senator, thank you for the question. Certainly, from my perspective, our partnerships in space are one of our strengths. And it's something that Russia and China do not have. At U.S. Space Command, I have the privilege to lead a named operation in space that includes 6 other countries. It's Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, France, and Germany, where we operate together each and every day in space to maintain vigilance against threats and track debris and to show our interoperability. And we're continuing to press forward with that and strengthen those relationships.
Admiral?
I would echo the sentiment expressed by General Whiting. Those alliances and partnerships are incredibly important to the overall deterrence that we present against potential competitors or challengers. With respect to U.S. Strategic Command, we have 4 liaison officers in the headquarters, embedded in the headquarters. And that includes Japan, Republic of Korea, the UK, of course, and Australia. And we are about to receive a 5th liaison officer embedded into our staff from France, and that reinforces the importance of those mill-to-mill relationships, and they enhance our capabilities and our deterrence overall.
There's been a fair amount of turbulence in our diplomatic relations with our allies. I think I'm using a euphemism. I'm hopeful that at your level of cooperation and partnership, the alliances continue to be strong and resilient, whatever the political turmoil at the surface, underneath the potential contention. I'm hopeful that your work together with our allies continues to be strong. Am I wrong in that hope?
Senator, I have seen no impact on our ability to partner the way that my command needs to partner and wants to partner, and I have not detected any reluctance on the part of our partners to continue to move forward with us.
And I have the same experience, Senator.
Well, my hope is that that turbulence is going to be passing, a phase that we'll work through and reestablish in public statements and rhetoric the appreciation for our partnership and alliances that you reflected in your testimony. Because at the working level, at the point where rubber meets the road, so to speak, although that's not exactly a good analogy for space, I am very hopeful that we can sustain and enhance those alliances and that the American public appreciate how important they are. Admiral, could you talk a little bit about the importance of the Columbia class? I know you've spoken to Senator Kaine about the impact of delays, but maybe you can comment a little further on the importance of getting back on track.
Yes, the department has appointed a direct report portfolio manager, Vice Admiral Goucher, to focus on submarine construction, and he has a direct reporting relationship with Deputy Secretary Feinberg. And the intent there is to have an individual with the experience that can manage that program and optimize the performance for delivery of Columbia and other submarine construction, Virginia class as well. The importance to our deterrent capability, I can't overstate that. All 3 legs are vitally important. They complement each other, and the sum of the parts are much greater than the whole. For the SSBN, that assured